So this code honestly looks like trash. It's flat, colorless, and boring, and as a daily user I always wanted some change in it. Unfortunately though, this code's customization options are about as useful as a college degree nowadays, so we're basically stuck with this design. But as it turns out though, there is still a save. Discord custom clients. With them, we can create our own designs, install plugins, and much more. And yes, we can even enable transparency, turning Discord from boring into an actual design masterpiece that is clean and modern. And depending on the client, you also get a bunch of functional improvements, like a button to clear all notifications, translators, better image viewing, and even fake, totally not suspicious Nitro features. So for today, I set myself the goal to improve the Discord functionality and actually make it transparent with background blur. A quick warning though before we start. Discord customization tools can break things and technically violate Discord's rules, but the chance of you getting banned is about as high as a Discord mod step count. Still, if you think downloading 40 random plugins is a good idea, don't blame me if your PC explodes. Anyways, let's start talking about my two favorite Discord custom clients you can get. Better Discord and Vencord. Both of these tools are very similar and they all work with custom CSS to change the Discord UI, which is perfect for installing unique designs. The difference, however, comes from the plugin side. While Better Discord looks a bit more professional and offers a plugin library inside Discord for community plugins, Vencord on the other hand has more of a settings interface to give you those additional features, and most important here, you get the fake Nitro. So if you are broke, this is for you. Now that you got to know both tools, let's try actually upgrading your Discord's functionality with them. For all the TikTok kids, jump to minute 5:41 if you want to get straight into the visuals. Okay, so let's have a look at Better Discord. First, let's quickly download it from their website linked below, which should be easy for everyone with more than 2 brain cells. Then we can run the .exe file and we just need to follow a simple installation. If it doesn't find your Discord here, just tell the app where you have it installed manually. With that done, we actually change, well, nothing at all. So let's get some plugins from the plugin page in your Discord settings. First, I like to install the Read All Notifications button, which simply gives you this little thing here, which lets you get rid of all those annoying pins in just a second. That's quite useful. Also useful is the Hide Disabled Emojis mod for all of you brokies that don't use Nitro. This allows you to hide all of those emojis that you can't send, but Discord still shows you to rage bait you into wasting money on Nitro. Another plugin I like is Invisible Typing, which lets you turn off those typing animations, so finally no one can spy on you anymore when you are typing your messages. Another cool mod for messages is also the translator. It gives you this simple button to translate every message in Discord, and if you enable this setting here, it also auto-translates all your messages in the language of your choice before sending. Now these are all my favorite plugins for Better Discord, but I definitely recommend you to check out all the stuff for yourself. While we are talking about functionalities, we also need to talk about Vencord and the elephant in the room, fake Nitro. To install Vencord, you just have to download the installer like this and then just run it. In the installation menu, just click install and Vencord should be set up. You can find all the plugins in the settings here, and you will notice that many of them are actually similar to Better Discord, like the silent typing, translator, or the notifications button, but it also offers some other stuff like some Nitro features. So let's talk about that. So when you enable this fake Nitro mod, it now lets you use all the emojis and stickers from all servers everywhere, which is super cool. Moreover, it also allows streams in high resolution, so your friends finally don't have to look at your toaster quality streams anymore. I bet they will thank you. And last but not least, you can use Nitro themes. However, as we will create our own themes later, you shouldn't use this as it will mess up everything. Now you might ask, where is the catch? Well, you could get banned. But I have been using this mod for a long time now, and so far Discord hasn't sent the hitman yet, so decide for yourself if you want to take the risk. Also, right next to the mod, you can also enable profile themes. Now when you click on the gear icon here, you can actually set some colors you would like for your profile, and then you can copy them as a 3x3 code. You then need to place this code inside your profile, but don't worry, it's completely invisible and just makes your profile look way nicer. But enough with the functionalities. Let's finally get rid of that depressing gray design. This is where the fun begins, because in theory we can just download a nice transparent theme and be done. You can find all the themes in the store here, and as you can see, there are some promising designs. For example, the Clear Vision theme that seems to be really popular. It definitely brings live into the app and has some cool UI touches. However, the chosen background definitely isn't one of the plus points here. The good thing is we can change it, which makes this skin a solid choice if you want to keep it simple. Great, but I also saw this theme called Translucence that promises background blur, so let's see what's up with that. Okay, it definitely has some blur, but it's still just a picture as a background, so basically it's just the first theme, but with more effects. And now we also have this weird border around the UI. Now I also tried some stuff without blur like Material Discord, which honestly looks really cool and might be one of the best themes so far. I really like the fonts and icons of this skin, plus the close and minimized buttons are really cool as well. Also, theme I would like to mention is Midnight, which also has those Apple like close buttons and some cool new colors. This is definitely one of the best choices if you are not looking for transparency. Actually, the layout is also the inspiration of my own theme, which I will show in just a second. By the way, all of those mods also work with Vencord, and you just need to import the CSS of the corresponding mod there. Most of the time you can get this from the GitHub pages of the creator, but don't make the mistake in going on the Better Discord website for the CSS. The site is so bad it literally doesn't even allow you to get to the next page. Anyways, as you might have noticed, many themes have the same problems. They either look good in this screenshot but have weird behaviors, or they just, well, don't work at all. But we all want something that runs buttery smooth and still looks like a gourmet meal for your eyes, and not like the typical gas station sandwich. Well, I simply had to write my own code. We'll let ChatGPT write it. Just kidding. Okay, but let me show you how you can use my custom code for your setup. First up, visit this download page on our website linked below, and then simply download the codes folder with this humongous button. Then open the folder up and simply copy the CSS file. Now we can get back into Discord and open up the theme section in Better Discord or Vencord. The skin actually works with both apps. You can click on the folder icon here or here to get redirected to the location where all the theme files are stored. Simply copy my Css code here. After that, we can simply toggle the mod on in Discord, and you now have the coolest Discord client on earth, well, except for the black background. To fix that, go into the Better Discord or Vencord settings and look for the option to enable transparency. In Better Discord, you can find it under Window Preferences. Once it's toggled on, we finally have transparency, and now your client truly is the coolest. Well, at least when you don't open Discord over an app, then you literally cannot read anything. Yeah, great, I know. But please don't run away. We can easily fix this with the background blur, so let's set that up now. We have basically two methods here, either install Windhoek or Mica for everyone, but as literally everyone in our community already uses Windhoek, let's go with it. First up, download it from the official website and then run the installation file. The actual installation process should be as easy as subscribing to this channel, so do that and follow through with all the steps here. Now this window should pop up and you can see tons of mods you can install, but for the first time on this channel, ignore all of them and immediately go to Explore and search for translucent windows. Install it and ignore this warning, as this mod is actually safe to use, at least according to Google. When you open the settings, you now have the option to set up a bunch of stuff for transparency and also apply that to custom processes. If you for some reason have too much time, you can do that manually for Discord, but you could also be smart and import my custom code, which is also in the zip folder you downloaded. Open that txt file and just copy all the code in it, then move back to Windhoek and paste the code in the advanced section of the mod and hit save. Congratulations, your Discord now is cleaner than a hospital and has actually readable text. What more do you want? If you can't see the blur but instead only see a grey background, buy some glasses. No, just kidding. This can happen if you have the Windows transparency disabled or when you are using a laptop in energy safer mode. So before you comment me in the comments, check that you have the transparency on. Looking now on our finished Discord, I have to say we definitely achieved all the goals. You now have new functionalities and a dangerously clean design with background blur, which I have basically never seen anyone achieve on Discord. If you have any questions or need some help, please join our Discord community. And I beg you, please subscribe to the channel already. And with that, goodbye and see you soon.